Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. Los Angeles Clippers are crazy for firing Doc Rivers, trying to say that it's his fault that they lost, being down 3-1 just because that happened to him last time. It's not Doc Rivers' fault. This needs to be blamed on. Hold up, that's too much echo. This needs to be blamed on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George more than anybody. They let Montrezl Harrell carry them in Game 7 with the most points on the floor, and he is not even a starter. He's the sixth best man of the year. He's not even a starter, and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George let him carry in points with 20 points. Kawhi Leonard 14, Paul George 10, and you fire Doc Rivers for this? Okay, I could see if they were losing from the start, every game from the start, and they were never had the lead in any game. They never had the lead in any game, and they just flat out lost to the Nuggets. But that was not the case. He was obviously writing up good plays if they were up 19, 12, 16, 15 points in every game and lost those leads. That was simply the players getting too comfortable, underestimating their opponents, and letting the Nuggets come back in all of those games and win. Doc Rivers needs an apology. I don't care if you don't want to rehire him. He needs an apology. This is exactly what I was talking about in my last video about how employers are not loyal to the employees but want the employee to be loyal to the employer. There's no reason Doc Rivers should be fired. If anybody should be fired, it should be one of those superstars, no matter how the caliber. Nobody should really get fired because it's always a collective. It's everybody's fault. But you fire Doc Rivers for that? He was writing up good plays if his team was up all that time and in 4 or 5 games in a row. They just lost the lead, came out, shot really bad, and you want to blame this on the coach. I cannot believe this. This is terrible. This is terrible. And if you think that Tyronn Lue is going to do any better than Doc Rivers without yeah, he got a championship, but Doc Rivers got one too. So he was only as strong. Without LeBron, I don't think he's coaching no team and winning no championship without LeBron. So him with Doc Rivers was a good fit, and that's why they even got as far as they did. And Paul George even said we lost because we didn't have enough chemistry. And y'all are blaming us on Doc Rivers? You blaming that on Doc Rivers that they didn't have enough chemistry? When Kawhi Leonard wants to load manage 35 games in one season, while you got all the other players out there playing every single night, and they don't want it, they can't take a night off? Y'all are crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't care about the results that they didn't get. You cannot blame that on Doc Rivers that they lost a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets. And it's not like the Nuggets was the 8th seed. They were the 3rd seed, and they're a good team, and they was right behind the Clippers and the Lakers the whole season. But y'all tried to treat them like that they weren't even in the playoffs, and that's the reason they came back and they beat the Clippers down 3-1 just like they did the Utah Jazz. Doc Rivers needs an apology immediately. This is not his fault that the Clippers lost that series. I agree with Stephen A on this, and you cannot blame him. That is simply the players' fault, not coaching. They were not down just completely every game, and he couldn't come up with any plays to get them back in the game. No, they were winning. They were winning these games, and not because he wasn't writing up good plays anymore, because they just got the players just got too comfortable on the floor, and it showed, and they lost the 19 lead series, a 12 point lead, a 19 point lead, 16, 15, and a couple other ones. They just start playing ridiculous because they thought they had the game secure at the end, and it showed up. And that's what I said LeBron wouldn't do. LeBron doesn't do that. he plays good the whole time because he don't underestimate nobody and he's trying to win. And Max Kellerman, a couple other guys, Kawhi Leonard is the best. Skip Bayless, come on, man, stop it, stop it. Nowhere near close. But this is not Doc Rivers' fault once again. Like I said, I feel that they need to give him an apology. They don't need to rehire him, but he needs an apology because this is no way and shape, form Doc Rivers' fault. Champion with the Celtics, and like I said, all the load management, blame it on that. Because Paul George said the reason they lost is because they didn't have enough chemistry. Now, what does that got to do with Doc Rivers? That don't got nothing to do with Doc Rivers. It's because people want to get championship results without playing the game. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'm out.